Hey guys, this is Tauna, and today we're going to be talking about all the new cards coming from Secret Lair with the new winter secret drop that is Superdrop that is coming up soon. There's some really nice valuable cards this time around, which is really great, and some amazing art. Obviously, you know, art's subjective, and what I really like might not be what you like, etc, etc, and then we have this debate nearly every single time down in the comments. But, you know, I think there's some that are really nice this time around, and one of these drops seems like it may be the best drop that we've had in quite a while in regards to value of price, and that's how I kind of compare them. I take the cards and I compare them to what their kind of cheapest other version is. I don't really care about if they're foil or not. Personally, I'm not, you know, a big kind of, oh, everything must be foil or everything not must be foil kind of person, so I don't really care too much about that. But I know there's some people who, you know, once you see some of these sets, they're like, oh, it's in foil, that makes it just so much better. That's up to you to decide on that, but, you know, I personally just don't care too much about that. So we're going to go through all the new cards and their base value. Before we get into it, though, make sure you guys subscribe. We're going to hit 25,000 by the end of the year, and I'm going to be drawing the raffle, the giveaway today. So I'll be, you know, contacting the people who won that and everything like that later on today, so keep an eye out for that. So before, you know, we go into the other ones, there was also the Hatsune Miku one, which we covered in a previous video. They announced that there's going to be Beloved Princess as the bonus card for this one. I don't know if that's going to be the bonus card for every single one or that's just the common bonus card. We'll see. But either way, you know, we covered this one briefly before. There's not a huge amount of value in here. Swan Song is probably the most valuable card. And overall, you know, Brago's a good commander, and you've got a couple of different angels that you can do here with the Giada and the Youthful Valkyrie, but overall, not too much to write home about with that one. So the first one here we've got is iconic vehicles, and I like this one, but I also don't like it. So essentially what they've done is they've taken them and then kind of done them up like the like Hot Wheels, which is really cool. And I really love these kind of covers for them, kind of like doing them up as a Hot Wheels vehicle and stuff is just really cool. But I feel like it really kind of missed the mark in a couple ways. First of all, I do not like the like textless front versions because I'm always going to have to flip them over, or you got to remember what they are essentially each time. And then also each of the vehicles, they've just done like a slightly more like a version that kind of looks like the card, but then they also just made it into a Hot Wheels car. I would have rather them just take, like, you know, the Pahalion with this one and then just made it into like look like a Hot Wheels car, right? Like, so they're still flying and stuff. Like, this thing's meant to have flying, first strike, vigilance. If you look at this, it's got wheels. Like, if you looked on the front of this and you've never seen, you know, the other version of the card before, you'd have no idea what it does. Especially you'd have no idea it has flying, for example. So you're going to have to remind people constantly about it. I'm just not a huge fan of that. I really like the idea behind it, but the execution was just a little bit meh, in my opinion. So I got the Pahalion here with 64 cents. We've got the Mech Titan Core here, which is an 18 cents card. Even this one here, like, that does not look like a Mech Titan Core, right? It just looks like a generic vehicle that they've, yeah. Anyway, we've got the Peace Walker Colossus that is just, again, yeah, 29 cents for that one. We've got the Reckoner Bank Buster here, which is 77 cents. And then we've got the Smuggler's Copter here for $1.36 at max. And then finally, the Mech Titan. Now, keep in mind that I've put the fact this is a $6.46 card here. However, it's a token. Like, it's a token. That's mostly why it's more expensive. And again, look at like the art for it. It just, yeah. Nothing about this art tells me it's the Mech Titan. Nothing about, you know, at least this one's a copter. Like, it's flying and it's got a helicopter thing. This is the kind of thing that I really like, and I thought that would be cool. But all the rest of them just, yeah, it doesn't feel like it. So, meh. That's, in my opinion, this one's meh. All right. Next up, we've got featuring Luke Pearson. So this is an artist spotlight around Luke Pearson. So we've got Witch of the Moors here, which is an 89-cent card. It's mostly only 89 cents because it was reprinted within Outlaws Commander, the Atlas of Thunder Junction Commander there. We've got the Bear Umbra here for $6.65. I love that one. These ones here are really great. Like, the art is just amazing. We've got Realm Walker for $2.39, and I love this art as well because of the way they've, like, taken the picture and then it's divided up, especially because, you know, this is a changeling, right? Like, so it's like a whole bunch of different like worlds melding together, in my opinion. I just really, really love that art for it. And then we've got Solemn Simulacarium. Keep in mind that, you know, Solemn was just reprinted within Foundation, so it went down a lot because of that, as well as it's reprinted within every single commander set. But still, the art for it is just great, and the art for all of those was really great. This is definitely one that I would suggest probably picking up if you like the art. It's not going to be like, you know, it's not got the best of value, but it's got some amazing art in it. Next up, we've got the Lorwyn lightboxes. So there's been some theories around this one that it was originally meant to release more at the end of the year alongside the Lorwyn set that obviously got pushed back and stuff. Who knows? It might have been pulled forward because of that. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously, you know, we've got the Lorwyn, Return to Lorwyn happening early next year now. And these, you know, synergize well with that because of the fact that they're the typals or kindreds that are within the Lorwyn sets all kind of, you know, came out with these cards that were meant to kind of work alongside them. So, you know, we've got the Giants, which is a land that synergizes well with Giants because it comes in untapped if you got Giants. Or sorry, if you reveal a Giant. So this is 36 cents for the Ancient Amphitheater. We've got Auntie's Hovel here for $6.05, which is a Goblin card. We've got the Gilt Leaf Palace, which is a Golgari Elf card there. We've got the Secluded Glen. Now, keep in mind that Secluded Glen was reprinted within the Fairy Precon from Wilds of Eldraine as well. So that's probably why that one's a lot cheaper than the other ones, but still, you know, pretty good. As well as the fact that these haven't been reprinted in foil in ages. I think the foils for each of these is like $30 plus. And then we've got the Wanderwine Hub here, which is a Merfolk one in the Azorius colors there. So, you know, the art for them is nice. And if you're running one of these decks, it's potentially worth picking up if you like this art more than you like the, like, you know, the base art for it, for example. Yeah, you know, they're pretty good. We've got the Arcade Racers. Now, this is the one I absolutely love the art for it. Because, you know, it's an arcade machine and everything, and it's got some amazing reprints in here. So we've got 88 cents here for a big score, and I'm not starting out strong there. We've got Final Fortune here. Now, keep in mind that Final Fortune was reprinted within Mystery Box 2, so that's why it's a lot cheaper than it used to be. However, you know, still an amazing card, and I just love the idea of, like, you know, they've chosen a whole bunch of, like, game style cards to kind of go alongside this. So, you know, we've got, like the big score and the Final Fortune and stuff. We've got Heat Shimmer here to create, you know, a copy and stuff. And then we've got the Roiling Vortex as well there for $2.66. Are these all red cards as well? Yeah, these are all red cards as well, so you can use them all together. That's another huge thing. If you guys have seen any of, you know, my previous videos about Secret Lairs, I love when you can use the cards together in a deck. And all of these red ones you'd be able to use in a deck like a... it'd be cool in like an Aether Drift deck, to be honest. And if I build an Aether Drift like deck that includes red in it, I potentially would be picking these up. We've got Wheel of Misfortune here as another one, $4.53 as a reprint there, which is really, really great. All right, now on to the big one here, Jesper Ejsing, featuring Jesper Ejsing. So this is a whole bunch of art from him. So first up, we've got Llanowar Elves. So couple things with this is that it actually comes with two different versions of Llanowar Elves. You come with the normal version here, which is amazing art, and it's so much like the classic Llanowar Elves art that I'm going to bring up here and show you guys. Like this art here, it is so much like that art. It's just like, you know, turned on its side and stuff. It's really good. And then it also comes with another version of this card, which is this one over here, which is the sketch version of it. I think that's really cool. I like that idea, especially because, you know, having like artist sketches and artist proofs are things that people kind of look out for. And this is a great version of that to have as a secret card within it. We've got the Sun Titan, amazing art as well. Yeah, really, really great art for that. I love it too. We've got Breaches Eager Pillager. So this is the one that came with Lost Caverns of Ixalan, the new Breaches from that. And then we've got Deflecting SWAT. Now, from what he said within his video, there's 30 different references to different cards that he's worked on within this. So like, you know, straight up like colossal dreadmores there and stuff along those lines. And that's just really, really cool. I love that idea. So I think that the best one is, like, in regards to value, is probably the arcade one. I think that's really, really great. Over, like, if you look at all the cards, but then the single best reprint is obviously this Jesper reprint here for Deflecting SWAT, a $41.58 card. Amazing. The art is just really amazing in it. So if I was looking at purchasing some of them, which I'm not going to because, over in Australia it ends up costing us a fortune, I'd be looking at that Jesper one first up, and then these arcade ones second. I'd probably skip the Lorwyn light boxes, but that's because I don't really run any of those kind of creature typals as my main decks. And if I was getting them, I'd go specifically after which one I wanted. So, if I was building a Golgari elf deck, I would go get this one specifically rather than get the whole drop for them. But keep in mind that, we do have the Lorwyn set coming out next year. I love these ones by Luke as well. They're just amazing, the Luke Pearson ones. And I definitely kind of skip these iconic vehicle ones just because I just don't like the art for them. Like, it just doesn't match what the actual the actual card does and stuff. Like, it's an amazing idea, but just kind of not pulled off very well because of what they chose for the vehicles to kind of look like and be represented by. So I'd love to hear from you guys as to what you think. Let me know down below. And if you plan on picking any up, let me know as well. Have a great day and goodbye.